where are we going next?
Where I'm really interested in going.
Ryan's gonna be like a kid in the candy store.
Yeah, there's
Easily.
it's just absolutely amazing, the abundance here in the tropics.
Aloha friends! Today we're on a special road trip. We're going to a plant nursery here in Hawaii and we're getting our first batch of our tropical fruit trees. So we're thinking to film this little traveling vlog and let you know what we've been up to.
Well, I've taken a little vacation time from work, taking a week off, and we're using some of that time to get some things done on the property, along with a little bit of time for family.
Yeah.
And
we had a couple of days of vacation here on the island. Just a little bit of beach time.
We had a really good day yesterday where we went around and stopped at a lot of different little houses, little nurseries, and sort of piecing together our plants, right? It seems like now more than ever, you've kind of got to piece together your orchard or your collection of plants from so many different suppliers. We used to get most of what we grew from one big nursery, which was the biggest nursery in the state of Hawaii. And but with COVID, they've kind of closed to the public, and they used to have these semi-annual sales where they would open for like a day or two twice a year. They don't do that anymore.
But we used to go there every year, every time they had a sale, when we used to have our other property, and it became like a family tradition, right? We would go there with our kids when they were still babies, and we would pick out our new trees, and they would always have this nice display of all the fruits that you can grow with all of these trees, and it was just such a nice time. It's too bad that they're closed right now, but at least they let us order some trees from them. Kind of sight unseen, so we're going there now.
So it's a little bit of a different arrangement. We ordered 40 trees. Unfortunately, they only had 19, but hey, that's 19 more trees for us. So we'll pick those up. But what I was just saying is that, it seems like across the board, things are harder to get a hold of now with COVID, whether it be building materials or plants or whatever it is. And so, we're kind of going from place to place, nursery to nursery, picking up one or two things here and there, going to people's homes. Which is fun too. It is.
Yeah,
it's
been
fun.
Really fun. Yesterday we found lots of sugarcane.
So yesterday we found an ad on Craigslist. There was a property that had 15 different types of sugarcane, and they juiced the sugarcane and anyhow, so I reached out to them, and we were able to stop by yesterday, and we got, I don't know, maybe like 6 of their favorite types of sugarcane.
Yes.
We got about 20 different cuttings, and
they look so pretty. I actually took a picture of it and posted it on our Instagram, which reminds me that we now have an Aloha Country Living Instagram for those of you who are on Instagram and who are interested to see our updates kind of live. Because when we do these videos on YouTube, it's usually, usually takes us time to edit them and put them out, so it's usually like a week behind or so. But on Instagram, while we're doing something, like yesterday we were shopping for this sugar cane, I just snap a picture and post it on. So if you want to follow us there, we'll put the link in the description below. It's basically just at Aloha Country Living.
So it turned out to be a really nice visit yesterday. We met these folks and enjoyed their property and walked around and saw these beautiful gardens, and they're growing all kinds of stuff that interests us, and also they're grafting all kinds of interesting fruit trees, and they're pruning things in interesting ways. And so it's just, I don't know, it's just a lot of fun to go to somebody else's farm and learn some things.
Yeah.
And so I found that to be really enjoyable.
Yeah, you have to realize that this whole country living, mainly planting trees and all these different interesting plants, tropical plants. It's not just something we do because, you know, for survival. It's actually our hobby, especially Ryan. He really enjoys finding all these interesting fruit trees or plants, you know, and we just really enjoy seeing them grow. And
yeah,
right?
and that's true. And it's interesting that that wasn't always the case. I mean, I'm more of a city person.
Yes, I definitely didn't marry a farmer when I married him.
But you know, we felt that God was calling us to get out of the city and into the country. And when we went, we found, to our pleasant surprise, that it became something that we loved. And so so now it became our hobby as
Yes.
well as our calling. And so
Yes.
yeah.
So we're having fun.
Yeah, we're having fun. And so today we're gonna make a few stops. We're gonna go to the big nursery.
Yeah, Planted Hawaii is the one we're going to.
And what we usually really love about going to Planted Hawaii is that they might have 50 to 100 of each particular tree, and then you can go and you can pick which one you want. But that's not the case today because of COVID. You know, we're gonna just they're gonna have our order kind of ready for us, so we're gonna go check it out, pick it up, and then we're gonna head over to a couple of other nurseries. We just kind of stop in and just take a peek at what each one has, and once in a while you find a treasure. And we're gonna go stop by a home nursery today that's about an hour or so away from where we live, and they grow a lot of really interesting exotics, chempadec and grafted jackfruits, and they have probably 20 kinds of durian.
Whoa.
And many other exotic.
We love durian here.
Yeah.
Just in case anybody wonders.
So we're going to be growing a lot of durian on our property, but it's going to take us a while. We're not quite ready for that yet. We've got to really pig-proof the area because when you grow durian, it's quite an investment in time and money, and so we got to do a little more prep work before we're ready for the durian. But we're going to go meet these folks and get some trees. Some of the things that we're going to be, oh, by the way, on the way home, we might be stopping by a home-based bamboo nursery. And they have edible bamboos and privacy bamboo and all kinds of bamboo. So that will be interesting.
Yeah.
So we're here in the rainy season. It's late January. Interestingly enough, we had like many weeks of just
sunshine. It was
sunshine.
so good.
It was
we
beautiful.
planted many things, yeah.
And then we've had maybe, I don't know, a week and a half or something of rainier weather. We're still getting some stuff done, but
not as much.
yeah. And look, today, I mean, it was forecast. The forecast here, by the way, is almost always wrong. But it was forecast to be rainy, and look, it's actually sunny.
Definitely sunny.
So.
We're here. Planted Hawaii Nursery. I think these are our trees. Let's go take a look.
Marina, aloha.
Aloha.
This is my dad, Mike.
Hi, Mike. Nice to meet you guys.
Okay, great. Okay, 2, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19. Okay, that looks like
Okay.
them. Good enough.
Macadamia nut, longan, soursop. What is this, Ryan?
That's the mame
Sapote.
Do you think 30-foot spacing on a kaimana is enough? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, look at that. We even got some with fruits on. Isn't that exciting?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's really nice. Really nice. So
Things on the back, and we
Yep.
still have more room to go to different nurseries and see what else we can find today. It will be an adventure, right?
it'll be.
Okay, so where are we going next?
All right, so we're just a few minutes from here is an Ace Hardware, and they are actually a retailer for this same nursery. But interestingly enough, the nursery itself is out of a number of things that some of the retailers have. So we're going to kind of just take a peek in there, see what they got, and then we'll move on to the specialty nursery, which is where I'm really interested in going.
So it's a fruit tree hunt today.
Yeah.
Boy, it looks like they only have 3 trees, huh?
Okay, Tabata Navel. I never heard of that one. Okay, so we're heading to our next stop, and maybe we could tell you a little bit about some of the things that we've been planting and doing on the property. We've been working on planting a little bit almost every day, and we have recently been planting quite a bit of taro. We had a neighbor we still do have this neighbor who was growing taro commercially, and he was converting his field over to sweet potatoes, and so he offered us to just go and get as many little keikis or starts, they call them hulis, that we wanted. And so we dug up about 100 plants, and we're just trying to get those in the ground, and so we've still got quite a bit of that to do. And
we got a pineapple.
Oh yeah,
we
got
50.
I bought 50 white pineapples, and we're working on getting those in the ground. And so those will be 12 to 18 months. We'll have fruit on those. The taro will produce a lot of food for our family in about 9 months' time. We planted a good amount of cassava.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some pigs snuck in under a neighbor's fence.
Yeah.
And they came, and they particularly like cassava, and so they came and dug up the cassava and ate it all. But fortunately, they left us some sticks that we can cut and replant. So we're gonna be doing that.
Yeah.
We planted about 14 papaya plants. We had about 40 more that were ready to be planted, but we just couldn't find the time, and so those ones will have to be tossed out and start over again. And what else?
Bananas.
Oh yeah, we planted, maybe like around 30 of our own bananas.
Yeah, and how many varieties?
I think it was about a dozen different varieties of bananas, 30 different clumps. And so that'll produce a lot of food in the next about 12 months or so.
Yeah, we put some kabocha squash in.
Yeah, so those kabocha squashes are kind of like pumpkins. And
even our little Brussels sprouts are growing really nicely in our little food island. Boy.
Tongan spinach we've got going in the food island. We're preparing 2 more food islands. These are basically gardens that are like circles.
Yeah.
And we're expanding those.
Moringa trees are doing well. I mean, everything is doing great. We planted several trees.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lemon in. Finally, mulberry went in.
Yeah.
Then Brazilian cherry. 2 breadfruits.
Yeah.
1 avocado.
Hawaiian avocado, yeah.
Sapote.
What's that?
Black sapote.
Oh yeah, that's the
Black sapote.
chocolate pudding fruit. We planted that.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what we've been working on for the last month or so.
Yeah, we've got so many more plants to, sometimes we buy plants at a faster rate than we can actually plant them. And that's, we got to somehow pick up the pace, either that or we've got to rent some sort of excavator or something to dig holes faster to keep up with our pace of purchasing. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work.
A lot of fun, a lot of work, and we're just grateful to finally have this land, and the fun begins again.
Yeah.
Replanting, restarting. We'll just have to look at it all positively and go forward.
Yeah. A lot of people might wonder, we grow so many different kinds of fruits.
Yeah.
They might wonder, like, wow, like, how do you eat all that? Well, I'd say that fruits, in a lot of ways, at least here in the tropics, is the easiest way to live off the land.
Easy to grow.
They tend to be low maintenance. They grow a tremendous amount of food. But also, what most people don't understand is that in the tropics, a lot of fruits double as vegetables. And so, just depending on when you pick the fruit, for example, the green papaya is a vegetable. You can, or at least can be used like a vegetable. You can cook it, and it produces something that's very similar in taste to like zucchini squash. is if you steam the green papaya, or if you make green papaya salad. There's all kinds of things. So there's that.
Breadfruit.
Breadfruit is essentially a starch. It's like a potato that grows on trees.
Yeah.
And so, you know, there's that.
Jackfruit.
Jackfruit, when you eat it green, you know,
You cook it.
it's you cook it green. It's you know, used like a vegetable. It's, you know, kind of like a meat substitute.
Yeah. So you could pretty much live off of just whatever grows on the trees.
Yeah, there's
Easily.
I mean, it's just absolutely amazing, the abundance here in the tropics.
That's funny.
Now, by the way, this is one of the reasons why we tend to buy grafted fruits whenever possible, is they're already fruiting in the pot. You know what I mean? Like when you buy them, they're already ready to fruit. They're mature.
Yeah.
Whereas if you buy seedlings, you know, generally you don't really know what you're going to get. They're not going to be true to seed typically. And so it's better to buy grafted because you save multiple years. You might get fruit in 3 years versus 7. You know, of course, every tree is a little different, but you know, you got years earlier harvesting, and you're gonna get something that is gonna be a mirror image of the parent tree. So it's worth spending the extra money. These trees might be, at a minimum, these are $30 to $60 a piece, but that is well worth it. Well worth it.
So where are we going now?
Well, we're going to that specialty nursery. We've never been here. They have a website. They've got all kinds of interesting things. Probably the most interesting are their durian collection, their chempedecs, and they've got all kinds of wild stuff from Borneo and Indonesia and Philippines, and pili nuts, and all kinds of stuff that I've been learning about. But
Ryan's gonna be like a kid in the candy store.
Yeah. So we're gonna just get just a few things today. We're gonna restrain ourselves and just get a few things. Today we're buying peanut butter fruit, which is gonna be quite interesting.
I'm here to restrain Ryan.
And also, what else are we buying? We're buying another mame sapote. So we're gonna get a mame sapote that comes from Key West, Florida.
Jackfruit, maybe?
We're gonna consider buying a jackfruit. We're gonna get achachairu, which has become quite popular in Australia. We were looking for a special kind of mangosteen, but it looks like they're out. We're gonna go see what they got. We're gonna get a few things, and
you saw our website, right?
Yeah.
I this is kind of obscure in Hawaii, so most people don't know what it is. With a banana there, actually, like a big thicket of bananas, and these are ice cream bean trees. Your pumpkin patch will grow like 5-10 feet every day. It just keeps spreading like crazy. You know? There's a trip step out.
Wow.
Just one bucket at a time, and I move all the soil.
Enemy that you have.
Okay. We do have an issue with rose beetles. Eventually, we're going to be needing to buy quite a few durian.
Yeah. So no problem. Just tell me how many you want, and we can reserve them. Because the grafting at the moment, there's quite a lot of different grafting happening. These are like older durian trees that we're just keeping in the pots for. And we're growing some other different vines. We've grown bitter melons on here. So those are probably red sweet peppers. Yeah, the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
So you should take one of these with you.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
You just take that one, and then
Thanks a lot. We'll grow the
Proceeds.
seeds.
and one hybrid so far in the ground.
What is this
That's
one?
like a chili pepper that's like a little bit hot, but not too hot.
Huh.
And it has a good flavor, and it's attractive like for the shape. So the latest new Chico, but it's growing really slow. And it's like these aren't getting any sun, you know. And it's like eventually I just want to chop this tree down, but so it's been growing quite vigorously. It's been in the ground for about a year and a half, and it was twice as tall. So I would recommend, since you have more space, to do like 18 feet. Everybody likes Pantene more than Ladania. The one that Frankie has that we haven't seen. So green sapote and mame sapote are the same genus, and they hybridize. They are literally.
I've seen dark fruits in this guy Coconut Chris's videos, but I never actually ever tried one.
Oh my.
Wow.
Yeah, he's been growing it for many years, and we got some from him. He's a good friend of ours. But this isn't ready to eat, I don't think.
No, I just put it here just to show.
They need to age for a while to sweeten up.
Are these those mangoes that smell kind of like?
Yeah, yeah. The Latin name is actually Mangifera odorata.
Hey, here's the guk for
Oh,
you.
I want to see what it looks like when you open. Oh my goodness.
That's a perfect one.
Yep.
They're usually a lot bigger. It's just pollination. The
This stuff
guk,
is so heavenly.
I know that's the same word I use. Heavenly. It's like a perfume. You could just all day
could
long.
wear
You
it.
could just smell it.
Hey, Dad, come try these fruits.
Interesting.
But it's oily.
Oily and bloody.
I know. It's like, look at my hands.
You could probably look it up on the internet. There's a lot of research on it.
Yeah, this
Interesting.
is gak fruit.
This guk.
Guk.
Guk, yeah.
Look at this little friend.
They have a tinge of sweetness to it. I think
He
this
wants
one
to eat
actually
a
has a
little bit
nice
of
flavor,
fruit.
but it's very delicate. But what's interesting about this fruit is that it has oil.
What are you tasting now?
Achachiru.
Achachiru?
So these are the achachas, and this is a different type of Garcinia.
Oh, I thought
We don't know the exact idea of this one.
this was the achachiru.
Yeah,
the
this
big
is
one.
achachiru.
Oh. How do you
You're
eat it?
eating
You just
that?
eat it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a mediocre fruit.
It's just okay.
That's
It's
similar.
really similar to the lemon drop mangosteen.
You like
A
it?
little bigger, cleaner.
Looks like that inside.
Split out.
So I thought this was the achacha, but this is the achacha.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And,
Everybody likes a cha-cha. I guarantee you like it.
Interesting. It's white inside.
Wow, that's great.
Are you in heaven right now?
Isn't that good? That makes fruit in 6 months from
The
seed.
apple.
You never grew that one before? It's
So the skin's not edible. Yeah.
it is edible.
Oh, okay.
But it's not.
So it's not as nice.
good.
Okay. Oh, it's almost like mango or
This is
something.
it's in the mango family.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
You ever have a V apple, the regular one, big one?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. It's actually been in Hawaii for centuries. It's I'm not sure if it's a canoe plant, but it's something that is eaten by Polynesians in a lot of places. This is something that a
interesting,
lot
huh?
of people have nowadays because they're small. There's like a big seed in the middle.
Oh my goodness.
We were just eating some the other day, and that one wasn't open.
Oh man, I would be very interested to try that. I was given a tree by some Jamaicans, but then we lost it in Kapoho.
Fruit stand across the
smells
street.
so good.
Where's that?
I mean, it was
Mm-hmm.
a cha-cha.
Oh,
You sell
my.
those?
Yeah, we have.
You like this?
Yeah.
This one will grow in our area. It'll
Small
fruit.
ones, or
They're already a couple years old.
It will do very well in our
Wow.
How much you?
That's so
Okay.
cool.
The bigger ones are
love the smell.
probably like 40 or something.
Yeah, I know it's
Smaller
very
ones are
strong,
probably
but it's
20.
so good.
area. Wow. So we're back in the car. That was a little bit of a longer stop than expected.
How long do you think we were there?
We were there 3.5 hours at that last little home nursery.
But we're coming back home with a bunch of new trees, rare trees, right?
We thought we were gonna get like maybe two or three things,
I know.
but I am not really sure. I have no idea how much stuff we got, but we got a lot. And we got some exotic and rare things that we've never known of or expected to
Yeah.
find.
I think at the end of the video we'll just go through, all the trees and name them.
We got to taste test a lot of interesting things, some things that I've
Yes.
only read about, some things that are like really hard to find from, far and distant lands.
Yeah, and we got all the seeds from the fruits we ate.
Yeah, so some of these fruits, we just mentioned about why we buy grafted trees, and a lot of these things we got were grafted, but there are some things that grow really well from seed, and so we got some seeds, or there are some things that only grow from seeds, and so we got quite a bit of seeds, and that was exciting.
Yeah.
So we made it home, and now it's time to unload the trees. We'll show you what we got. Here's our favorite lemon, improved Meyer.
Some flowers already.
This one's Kalamandan lime. We've got 2 Israeli Desert King dragon fruits. This is an ultra rare Ras Sapote. We got 3 Rollinia seedlings. This one's a dwarf wee apple. These are grafted achachiru. This is one of our 2 Mame Sapotes. This is a grafted jackfruit. This one is known as miracle fruit. This is probably our favorite citrus. We got 2 of these, Mineola tangelo. We got 2 longan, or dragon's eye. This is a different Mame Sapote.
We got 2 Kaimana lychee. This is a purple Haitian star apple. This here is sour sop, also known as guanabana. This one is a Fairchild tangerine, and it's already got about 10 tangerines on it. This is the peanut butter fruit, 2 finger limes. We've got some pigeon pea starts. Lastly, we've got 1 grafted macadamia nut. Well, we hope you enjoyed coming along with us today as we expand our orchards and get started on our new property. Now we're going to take some of these trees, we're going to head over to the property, and we're going to start planting.